Terrell, first I got to say, great having the chance to speak with you, especially during Black History Month, and especially because of what you're doing during this month with your music. But more importantly, since I would say 2011, you have been doing some amazing things. You've been making strides. You've been doing it on your own platform. How does it feel being able to make an impact in music, in history, but also showing people, yeah, you can make an impact if you believe in yourself, believe in your music, and make great music.
Yeah, I mean, it's been great. All I can say really is that anything fast don't last. That's kind of something I've been operating by, you know. As you said, since 2011, I've been at it independently and just really using the feedback of my peers and my fans to just keep on going and really believe in myself. And it's really starting to pay off. I heard an artist say it takes 10 years to be an overnight success, so I'm almost there.
Absolutely true about that. Look, originally you're from Vancouver, correct?
Yes.
What's the hip-hop scene like out there, or just the music scene in general in Vancouver?
There's a big music scene for sure. There's like lots of rock, obviously, and other genres, but the hip hop scene has definitely been growing since I started. Like when I started in 2011, it wasn't really as easy to make music and put it out as it is now. So obviously now it's a lot more flooded, and there's a lot of great talent, but there's obviously, you know, a lot of stuff that's not making the cut. But I would say the hip hop scene is the best it's ever been because it's the most artists there's ever been.
But for you though, the love of music, where did that all begin?
That's a good question. I would say just really like hearing my mom listen to certain songs, you know, and just kind of that was kind of obviously how I was introduced to it. But like, you know, there was artists like Tupac and Snoop Dogg that I heard for the first time and just was kind of like came over, like a feeling came over me, and I was just like, you know, addicted to hip hop at that point, you know. It was something different about hip hop and rap.
Do you remember what you were writing when you first started? Like, what were the things that you were focusing on? What did you want to get out there when you first started writing music?
I would just say my story. When I first started, I was just kind of writing about like being with my friends, out skateboarding, and you know, cool little things, going out on the weekend, drinking with my little allowance money or whatever. Stuff that I was definitely doing. I was exaggerating when I first started because I didn't have much to rap about. I was 16. I hadn't really gone through what I've been through now to get content to put out there. So it was kind of just sharpening my tools with what I was sharpening my skill set, I would say, with what I was going through at the time, like just normal teenager stuff.
So what changed, though?
Becoming an adult, just living life, becoming a father definitely changed me. Losing my girlfriend, like ex-girlfriend at one point, really changed me, and just becoming an independent adult and just really being on my own as far as like my livelihood is what changed me. Because when I started, I was in my mom's basement under her protection and, you know, her support. And not that she didn't support me, but she had financial hardship as well that kind of put me on my own as far as my livelihood.
But here's the almost the twist. The Vancouver Canucks, a big part of what has made you who you are today and, you know, basically helping put you on the map. How did the Vancouver Canucks and your music come together?
I was watching, it's a weird story. I was watching the Super Bowl. It was the year Wiz Khalifa had come out with Black and Yellow. I was seeing what the song, he was performing the song at the Super Bowl, and basically I was like, man, I should remix this Black, Red, Yellow to do with the old Canucks jerseys. And so I went on YouTube, I found the instrumental, I started writing right then and there in the halftime with the Super Bowl on mute. I think this would have been in 2011. Yeah, it would have been in 2011. Started writing right there with the Super Bowl on mute, and I put it out on YouTube a few days later after I got it recorded. Some fans took it upon themselves to post it on Canucks forums. It really started bubbling up. A friend of mine called me and was like, "Hey, it's blowing up on these Canucks forums." I was like, "Oh, whatever. I don't know what that is." And then next thing I know, it's like getting 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 views on YouTube, and then I get an email from the Canucks saying that they want to use it, but they need a clean version. And I'm like, "I'll do you one better. I got a video coming with a clean version." And so I organized it with them where I could premiere the video on Canucks.com, obviously the best possible place you could ever want to premiere a Canucks song. And so they did that, and it went viral in a day. It trended on YouTube. I was like the 10th most viewed artist YouTube in Canada at one point for a good little stretch there, and that's kind of how it all came about. Derek Jory is the one that reached out from the Canucks and made that happen for me.
Yeah, I be on my grid, look around Canucks jerseys out through the crib. Yeah, Safadi on that Vancouver tip. We some BC Lions and Vancouver grid. Yeah, that's my team way before the blue and green. It was black, red, yellow, black, red, yellow, black, red, yellow, black, red, yellow. Yeah, that's my team way before the blue and green. It was black, red, yellow, black, red, yellow, black, red, yellow, black, red, yellow.
And you made history again, too. You did something that I don't think any other hip-hop artist has done in the version that you've done when it comes to hockey. What did you recently do?
Last week I performed at a Vancouver Canucks game at Rogers Arena, and I became the first black rapper / hip-hop artist to perform there. And technically the first artist. They've had drummers and stuff, but they've never had like a black solo artist, you know? So yeah, that's what happened.
You know, Maestro Fresh West, legend in hip-hop, has always said, don't make songs, make history. You, my friend, seem to be following that path. Do you feel like you are?
I feel for sure. I feel like already in my young career, like I feel like I've already set a lot of history and kind of etched myself down in Vancouver history, especially after the last night. And I feel like that is very important. You know, history is, you know, it's important. It's what we live our lives by now.
And that word history really deals with this new single. Talk a little about that, please, because it sounds like history and awareness has been part of you now for the last couple of years.
For sure. So with this single, basically, I've been seeing like there was a couple of videos and other songs I saw that were kind of like the flip side of Black history, and basically Black history is it's just basically like what I've seen going on in the world, current events, what I know about certain things about Black history, aka Harriet Tubman, etc. I basically used things in the song that people would be able to relate to. I didn't get too deep, but my whole messaging with this song was basically to try and show people that there's still racism out there that exists every single day. And you know, if the color of your skin is black or dark, you're definitely dealing with it in one way on a regular basis. It might not be violent or anything like that, but it's definitely, you know, happening behind closed doors and in people's minds and stuff. And I just basically wanted to say, like, hey, this is still happening. We deal with this every day. You know, things need to change. We need help with certain things. We need other races, i.e. white people, to kind of like, you know, see that this is messed up and this stems from slavery, which is an American thing, yes, but it also it led to more things than slavery. It led to white supremacy. It led to the black life not being as valuable. And it doesn't matter where you are on God's earth, that's going to affect you. Slavery might not be in your ancestry's history, but what came from slavery is, and that's white supremacy, and that affects us all. And I wanted to kind of show people, like, hey, we need to look at this, and we need to come together and realize that this stuff's messed up. Unarmed black men getting killed, like that shit.
They burn down libraries, burn down schools. If they think you out of line, they gon' give you a noose. Harriet Tubman freed 1,000 held some slaves, but she could have freed more if my people weren't afraid. As if you get caught.
Absolutely, and just to add to that, people should realize too that there was some slavery in Canada also, and there was slave trading also in Canada too. So these are things that are very, very important. How does it? What's the reaction been like from people who have heard this, and what have they been telling you?
I got a lot of messages the first couple of days saying, like, this is great, it's very well articulated, like, thank you for, standing up. A friend of mine, a young lady actually, she went as far as to call me and be like, I really appreciate you sticking up for us. It's not every day, people make songs like this, and I feel like really, proud that you made this song, and she lives in California, and she's seen this stuff and has family in the prison systems and stuff like that. So it meant a lot to get that support from my fellow brothers and sisters out there that are sharing the same skin pigment as me and sharing the same struggle as me.
So what's going on now? New music coming out also? Is there going to be more music added to this? Is there going to be an EP or an album? And will you be having the chance to tour?
New music is coming very, very soon. I'm just putting the final touches on something. I'm going to be dropping a new single in March. Trying to really drop something once a month if I can, if it makes sense and it's not rushed. Right now I'm currently working on an EP. I'm hoping to put it out in the summer so we can have some stuff to vibe to and promote during the summer, because that's when everybody's out living their best lives. And then as far as touring, I got a couple shows I'm about to announce, and I'm looking to get on some festivals as well for the summer and really bring some of this messaging and good vibes out to the people.
So to find out everything you're doing, social media is the place to go. Where do we go to speak with you?
You can go to TerellSafadiMusic.com and also my Instagram, which is @TerellSafadi, and I'm pretty active on there. I respond to my fans and followers as best as I can, and yeah, that would be the best spot to keep up with my day-to-day and what I got going on.
My young brother, it is amazing to have a chance to speak with you. Congratulations on the music. Looking forward to everything you're doing in 2020. Let's keep in touch, and thank you again for the interview.
Thank you very much, Rudy. Appreciate what you do for the culture, and taking the time to interview me and what you do for everybody else and all the other artists you've been putting on your platform. Hope you have a good day.
Thank you, my friend. We'll talk soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.